Mt.Lebanon is a home rule municipality, formerly a township, in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, United States. The population was 33,137 at the 2010 census. An affluent suburb of nearby Pittsburgh, Mt.Lebanon is well known locally and nationally for its school district. Established in 1912 as Mt.Lebanon, the community's official name was changed to Mt.Lebanon when its Home Rule Charter took effect in 1975. History. The first settlers arrived in 1773 to 1774, having purchased the land from the descendants of William Penn. Other pioneers soon bought land from the state government. In 1912, Mt.Lebanon Township was incorporated as a first-class township under Pennsylvania state law. It had formerly been a part of Scott Township, which in turn traces its origins to the long-defunct St. Clair Township. Mt.Lebanon was not named for two cedar of Lebanon trees that were planted in 1850 on Washington Road near the top of Bower Hill Road, but was named after the area from which they came, Mt.Lebanon, due to the similarities between the two landscapes. Prior to the incorporation of the township, the Mt.Lebanon name was used for the area of Upper St. Clair Township near the cedar trees. In the 1880s, a post office located near the transplanted cedar trees was named Mt.Lebanon. Incorporators of neighboring Dormant Borough initially tried to use the Mt.Lebanon name in 1909, but were opposed by residents of the future Mt.Lebanon Township. In 1928, Mt.Lebanon became the first-class township in Pennsylvania to adopt the council-manager form of government and has had an appointed manager serving as the chief administrative officer since that time. Mt.Lebanon was a farming community until the arrival of streetcar lines, the first line to Pittsburgh opening on July 1, 1901, followed by a second in 1924. After the arrival of the streetcar lines, which enabled daily commuting to and from downtown Pittsburgh, Mt.Lebanon became a streetcar suburb, with the first real estate subdivision being laid out in November 1901. Further, the opening of the Liberty Tubes in 1924 allowed easy automobile access to Pittsburgh. Between the 1920 and 1930 censuses, the township's population skyrocketed from 2,258 to 13,403. Today, Pittsburgh's mass transit agency, the Port Authority of Allegheny County, or PaTransit, operates a light rail system whose Red Line, which runs underneath Uptown Mt.Lebanon through the Mt.Lebanon Tunnel, merges with the 47L line in Pittsburgh's Washington section. Mt.Lebanon's only platform station, Mt.Lebanon Station, is in Uptown Mt.Lebanon. The adjacent Dormant Junction and Castle Shannon stations are in neighboring municipalities, and as of the census of 2000, there were 33,017 people living in Mt.Lebanon. In 1971, Muhammad Ali attempted to purchase a home in Virginia Manor, but racial discrimination prevented him from doing so. On May 21, 1974, the electorate approved a Home Rule Charter, which took effect on January 1, 1975. As such, the community is no longer governed under the provisions of the Pennsylvania Township Code. Mt.Lebanon became one of the first municipalities in Pennsylvania to adopt a Home Rule Charter. In the charter, the official name of the municipality became Mt.Lebanon, Pennsylvania. The word Mount is abbreviated in all government documents, although the U Postal Service continues to use Mount. The subdivision of Carrollton Hills won a National Livability Award in 1974. Geography. Mt.Lebanon is located at 40.37500 degrees north, 80.0500 degrees west, 40.3750 minus 80.0500. According to the United States Census Bureau, the township has a total area of 6.06 square miles. Surrounding communities. Mt.Lebanon is a suburb of Pittsburgh 7 miles south of the city's downtown. There are two small borders with Pittsburgh neighborhoods to the northeast and north. The remainder of the northeast border is with the borough of Dormont. The entire western border is with Scott Township. To the south are the two towns which, due to the comparable size and affluence, are most often compared with Mt.Lebanon: Upper St. Clair to the southwest and Bethel Park to the southeast. To the east is Castle Shannon, and finally, to the east-northeast is Baldwin Township. Commercial districts. Uptown. Mt.Lebanon is the central business district and has Washington Road as its main thoroughfare. Uptown Mt.Lebanon is one of the more built-up central business districts outside of Pittsburgh, featuring numerous coffee shops, small galleries, pizzerias, and clothing boutiques. The neighborhood is organized as the Uptown Mt.Lebanon Business and Professional Association. There are sizable business districts along the borders with Upper St. Clair and Castle Shannon as well. Communities within Mt.Lebanon. Neighborhoods within Mt.Lebanon include Beverly Heights, Cedarhurst Manor, Hoodridge Highlands, Mission Hills, Sunset Hills, Virginia Manor, Twin Hills, and Woodridge. Virginia Manor is an affluent subdivision, with streets designed to follow the natural contours of the land. Future Governor James H. Duff helped found Virginia Manor in 1929. Demographics. As of the census of 2000, there were 33,017 people, 13,610 households, and 9,023 families residing in the township. The population density was 5,457.2 people per square mile. There were 14,089 housing units at an average density of 2,328.7 per square mile. The racial makeup of the township was 96.21% white, 0.61% black, 0.07% Native American, 2.29% Asian, 0.01% Pacific Islander, 0.18% from other races, and 0.62% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 0.80% of the population. There were 13,610 households, out of which 31.3% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 57.3% were married couples living together. 7.2% had a female householder with no husband present, and 33.7% were non-families. 30.6% of all households were made up of individuals, and 13.5% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.37, and the average family size was 3.00. The median age was 42 years. In the township, the population was spread out, with 24.8% under the age of 18, 4.0% were 18 to 24, 26.9% were 25 to 44, 25.4% were 45 to 64, and 18.8% were 65 years of age or older. For every 100 females there were 87.1 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 82.1 males. The median income for a household in the township was $60,783, and the median income for a family was $79,744. Males had a median income of $56,183 versus $37,008 for females. The per capita income for the township was $33,652. About 2.2% of families and 3.5% of the population were below the poverty line, including 2.9% of those under age 18 and 4.8% of those age 65 or over. Education. Mount Lebanon is well known for its historically well-ranked schools. The district has 7 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school, currently undergoing renovations and new construction. Mount Lebanon High School has been named a National Blue Ribbon School by the U.S. Department of Education each of the 3 times it requested certification: 1983-84, 1990-91, and 1997-98. Keystone Oaks High School is physically located in Mount Lebanon, serving the youth of the adjacent communities of Greentree, Dormant, and Castle Shannon. Seton LaSalle Catholic High School, a Diocese of Pittsburgh school, is also physically located in Mount Lebanon. The Mount Lebanon Public Library, founded in 1932, is funded almost entirely by the municipality and county. Its home is a $4.2 million building, with shelves for 140,000 books, seats for 165 persons, and more than 50 public computers. When the building opened in 1997, it won an Architectural Design Award and was featured in the architectural issue of Library Journal. Circulation is 563,000 items per year, and attendance averages 111 per hour. St. Bernard School, a private Catholic school in the Diocese of Pittsburgh, is located in Mount Lebanon Historic District. A large portion of Mount Lebanon was listed as the Mount Lebanon Historic District on the National Register of Historic Places in 2014. The district contains 3,341 contributing buildings and 21 contributing sites. Most of the buildings are residential, though 2 commercial areas are included. The district is a significant example of the transition from a rural agricultural area to a suburb, made possible first by the trolley streetcar c. 1901, and later by the automobile in the 1920s and 1930s with the opening of the Liberty Tubes in 1924. The boundaries of the district include those areas that were developed between 1874 and c. 1945. Recreation. Mount Lebanon provides many recreational opportunities for its residents. 15 parks are scattered over 200 acres throughout the community. In addition to the parks, there is an Olympic-size swimming pool, open in summer, and a regulation-size ice rink and recreation building located adjacent to Mount Lebanon Park on Cedar Boulevard. Mount Lebanon also boasts one of the oldest public golf courses in western Pennsylvania and has several tennis and basketball courts which are open year-round. Other recreational facilities include a sand volleyball court, bocce courts, platform tennis, a plethora of picnic pavilions, and over 8 children's playgrounds. Mount Lebanon School District sports teams are a big part of the community. The mascot is currently the Blue Devil, which has occasionally stirred controversy. Notable people. Mount Lebanon has a fairly large number of famous people associated with the town. People from Mount Lebanon have excelled in acting, such as Ming-Na Wen, Joe Manganiello, and Gillian Jacobs; athletics, such as gold medal wrestler Kurt Angle; politics, such as Utah Sen. Orrin Hatch; business, such as self-made billionaire Mark Cuban; and science, such as cardiopulmonary resuscitation pioneer Peter Safar and astronomer Sandra Faber. Pittsburgh Penguins legend Mario Lemieux used to reside in Mount Lebanon as well, though he now resides in Sewickley, a similarly affluent community along the Ohio River about 30 minutes away, as does Josh Wilson, shortstop for the Milwaukee Brewers. Mount Lebanon-born Keith Van Horn played for the Super Bowl XX champion Chicago Bears. Frank Capelli, local legendary children musician, graduated and still resides in Mount Lebanon. The supervising director of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Dave Filoni, grew up in Mount Lebanon. The founder and former CEO of Chicago-based Groupon, Andrew Mason, also grew up in Mount Lebanon. Science fiction author William Tennessee lived in Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Rocky Bleier, a former Steeler running back, currently lives in Mount Lebanon.